If you're the kind of gamer who never gets tired of mowing down zombies in VR, there's a new title shambling into the mix, Zombie Army VR. But is it worth your time, or does it just blend in with every other VR zombie shooter out there? Let's talk about it. But first, if you love brutally honest reviews and deep dives into all things gaming, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Veteran Game for more content just like this. Alright, let's dive in. Zombie Army VR is about as straightforward as game titles get. Nazis, zombies, World War II weapons, all in VR. If you played the Zombie Army spin-offs or even Sniper Elite, you already know what you're getting. Only this time, instead of sitting on your couch, you're physically reloading your rifle, dual-wielding SMGs, and probably poking your virtual commanding officer in the face. Because hey, it's VR and you can. Let's get this out of the way. The premise isn't breaking any new ground. There's technically a story about a Nazi zombie apocalypse and a mission to hunt down zombie war criminals. Yeah, just go with it. But like every other Zombie Army game, the story is really just an excuse to shoot an endless supply of zombies in the face. In fact, with VR in the mix, you'll probably be paying even less attention to the story and more time seeing if you can juggle grenades with one hand while popping heads with the other. What makes this game stand out, at least on paper, is that signature X-ray kill cam from the Sniper Elite series. You know the one? Slow-mo, bone-crunching bullet shots, skull-shattering, the works. Unfortunately, Zombie Army VR manages to fumble the one thing that could have made it stand out in a sea of copycat zombie shooters. The X-ray cam here is well awkward. Sometimes bullets clip through skulls with zero impact. Sometimes a bullet hole just appears somewhere completely random. And sometimes the animation just feels like it's missing half the steps. If you're coming here for the visceral satisfaction of a perfectly lined up sniper shot, you're probably going to walk away disappointed. Weapons-wise, it's what you'd expect from a World War II shooter. You get a sniper rifle, a variety of automatics like the Thompson pistols, shotguns, and your usual suspects. As you play, you'll find upgrade kits and paint cans to customize and improve your weapons. Want faster reloads? Bigger ammo capacity? Higher damage? Check, check, check. Upgrades actually matter, especially in single player, where you're constantly juggling reloading, aiming, and trying not to get flanked by a surprise zombie that just spawned behind you. And here's where things start to unravel. The level design is just uninspired. Most of the time, you're clearing out a horde in a small area, then triggering a zombie swarm by activating a generator or something equally generic. Sometimes the game tries to ramp up the tension by blocking doors with shadowy barriers until you clear out every last zombie in the room. That's not tension, that's just annoying. Instead of tactical, how do I approach this? Moments you get stand here and shoot until nothing moves. And when zombies can just pop into existence behind you, the tension turns to frustration fast. Co-op is here, and honestly, it's probably the best way to play. The whole level design screams, grab a buddy, shoot stuff together, laugh at the jank. You and your friends will be mowing down the undead from two main directions, which is where the 3D audio cues actually help, but it also exposes the design for what it is, a shooting gallery with extra steps. If you're flying solo, be ready to constantly check your 6 because the AI isn't giving you a break. Speaking of shooting, let's talk about the VR mechanics. Reloading is manual, with all the ammo belt, mag eject, slide pull action you've done 100 times in every other VR shooter. It works, but it's nothing special. The aiming is solid and the weapons have a decent feel, especially on PSVR 2 with its trigger feedback. Dual wielding. Satisfying, using two hands to steady a sniper shot. Feels good. But none of it reinvents the wheel. Graphically, it's actually pretty impressive, at least on higher-end headsets like the PSVR 2. The game runs smoothly, the colors are vibrant, and the zombie models have a surprising amount of variety. Helmets, welding masks, even zombies that randomly shoot weapons. There are some visual oddities if you wave your hands or weapons too close to your face, but that's more of a VR quirk than a game-breaking flaw. The environments? They nail the bombed-out European city vibe, but after a few levels, it all starts to blur together. Let's talk about what really matters. Does it feel good to kill zombies? Short answer: yeah, at first. There's a reason the shoot endless zombies formula is still kicking around. The initial swarms are intense, the reload pressure is real, and the satisfaction of clearing a room can be high. But the repetition hits fast. Every level is basically the same. Enter area, kill zombies, trigger swarm, mop up, maybe face a mini-boss, repeat. Even the big set-piece moments, like picking up a heavy machine gun turret to mow down a wave, start to lose their punch after you've seen it once or twice. As for the campaign, you'll be helping Herman Wolf, the grizzled leader of the Dead Hunters, track down his missing family. You'll travel through the bombed-out streets of Nuremberg, radio chatter keeping you updated on your next objective, and objectives always clearly marked so you never get lost. There are also upgrade benches scattered around so you can tweak your weapons between missions. The game does offer a few quality of life options like brightness and contrast settings, which actually help tailor the VR experience depending on your headset and environment. Want a darker, more horror-like vibe? You can tweak that. Want less strain on your eyes? Adjust the contrast. It's a small thing, but it's a nice touch. Now let's get into the gripes. First, that X-ray kill cam. I know I already mentioned it, but it's just that disappointing. If you played the flat-screen zombie army games, you know how satisfying those shots can be. In VR, you want it to feel even more impactful, but the reality is it just doesn't land. The bullet physics are inconsistent, the animations are off, and what should be the standout feature ends up being a letdown. Second, the satchel menu. On PSVR 2, the X button opens your satchel, but it's way too easy to hit by accident, which can lead to some pretty annoying moments when your vision is suddenly blocked mid-fight. Plus, you can only carry 3 items at a time, so you'll spend a lot of time juggling what you want to keep. Third, the repetitiveness. After a couple of hours, you've seen everything the game has to offer. Different zombie types, sure, some bosses, yes. But fundamentally, the gameplay loop is shallow. If you're looking for depth stat strategy or anything point, shoot, reload, repeat, you won't find it here. So who is this game for? Honestly, if you're a die-hard zombie fan and you just want another excuse to blast the undead in VR, you'll have a decent time, especially in co-op with friends. If you're new to VR and looking for a flashy, accessible shooter to break in your headset, Zombie Army VR is a decent comfort food pick. But if you're after something new, something memorable, or you just want a game that pushes the VR shooter genre forward, you're better off with Arizona Sunshine 2 or After the Fall. Those games do everything Zombie Army VR tries to do, but with more creativity polish and replay value. To sum it up, Zombie Army VR is the definition of fine. It works, it plays well. You'll get a few good sessions out of it, but it won't stick with you. It's a game you'll forget the moment you take off your headset, except for maybe the disappointment of those X-ray shots. If you want more no BS reviews, deep dives, and spicy opinions on all things gaming, don't forget to like and subscribe to Veteran Game. Let us know in the comments if you think the zombie VR craze is finally dead, or if you're still hungry for more brains. Until next time, stay sharp, keep your mags full, and remember, headshots only. See you next time on Veteran Game.